isn't it?
It is. Good evening and welcome to the March 27th, 2024 Greater Rochester Camera Club monthly critique on complementary colors. We are excited to see so many faces tonight, 9 entries. It's pretty great. A little bit of housekeeping before we jump in. Quick reminder that membership is expiring the end of April. So if you have not yet renewed, if you could start working on that. We are already started updating our membership list, and we'd love to add you to another year of joining and spending with us. There's some great things planned. Just a quick reminder also that there's an increase in membership this year. We're going from $35 to $50 unless you are in a household, and then there's a reduced rate of to $90. I wish Sarah was here. I don't see her quite yet. I'm not sure she's coming. She's got a plan on how we're going to make that membership work. I think there's going to be a discount code sent to a household, unless she's already set it up. A big thank you to all of our presenters at Speed Learning, Ben Kramer, Sean Pierce, Steve Brown, Jared Plant, Bob Levin, Nikki French. Hope I didn't miss anybody. Say again. You sharing your gifts and talents were amazing, and taking the risk for a really unstructured, organized event. I thought it was amazing. I heard lots of great positive feedback. I hope you had a great time. I hope you had an opportunity to take a little bit of tidbits away from some different presentations that night. In April 10th, I believe, Amanda, New Hampshire Sport Photography is going to be coming as our speaker to support our summer show theme motion. And they've done some really great work. I did post a link to their Smug Mug website, so you could check out some of their work. I was really interested in their sports, their ATVs and some of the more intense sports versus cheerleading and soccer, but whatever they bring, it's going to be pretty great. Check out their work. Let's see. To follow up with that same idea, we just want to be really transparent with people for the summer show, and so we're going to start preparing you now. Whatever the requirements are for hanging have to be met. So if your photograph is too large, we won't be able to hang it. Also, if your image doesn't meet the show theme, we won't be hanging them. We're trying to really buckle down on consistency and making sure that the expectations are being followed, because it gets a little bit tricky when we have some uncomfortable situations where there's a theme image that doesn't match, and then it causes just some confusion. I think that is it. Leadership. Did I miss anything? Not that we have any upcoming outings.
No. Deb and I talked about a few, but that was a while ago. So her and I got to sit down again. I know one of them that we're debating and thinking about, and it's not really going to be a formal, but her and I are going to head in, and whoever wants to join us, we'll put more out on it, into Boston for spring flowers, daffodils, tulips, and then stay for sunset pictures up on top of the Museum of Science parking garage and one other place. So I think it's just about do it just as a trip heading in. So
Boston's always great for street photography as well, and getting down into the metro, and it's some really good shots of folks in movement down in the metro if you want to do that. But yeah, spring flowers are nice too.
Yeah, and the skyline, on top of the Museum of Science parking garage, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. So
also, that idea, leading lines, that's our winter show theme. The city is great for leading lines.
Yep.
If you want to dual think that trip for 2 different shows. I think. Oh, and then I have to look up. At the end, I will reveal our next monthly challenge. So, Jacob, whenever you are ready, the screen, you should be able to take the screen over.
Alrighty. So we have one person who's not gonna be here right off. It's Elaine Boyd. So she had asked if we could show her image last. Hopefully, you know, her image will be shown when she's on, but we'll definitely show it last. So I'm going to share my screen now. Let's see.
Ooh.
You
All right.
can see your screen.
All righty. So this is
Did you not get mine?
nope.
I emailed it last night.
Hmm?
Oh, that's mine. Never mind.
What was the cutoff time? I have a question. What was the cutoff time for emailing? Because I don't see my. Oh no, never mind. Oh, I can't. I'm blind in one eye. I
Yeah,
can't.
me too.
Hey,
So-
Jacob, will you open it full screen so they can't see the filter from the bottom? Thanks.
Isn't that pretty? Oh my word.
gorgeous.
I love it.
What is it?
Lisa, are you doing the timer or is Amanda?
Oh, I got
so,
it.
Oh,
I
all
got
right.
it.
So let's back up. So I should have reviewed that. The creator is going to spend their first 30 seconds explaining the photograph, and then we will jump in. It's a total of a maximum of 5 minutes per photograph. So if the creator is here, could you jump in and give us a 30-second explanation? After 30 seconds, one of our timekeepers will jump in and say that's 30 seconds. If you choose to continue to talk, that still cuts into your 5 minutes.
Hey, Lisa,
Yes, Amanda.
would you mind, since you're doing the 5 minute, would you mind at least initially also doing the 30 seconds? Because I'm currently eating dinner and I don't think people want to hear me call time around a mouthful of pizza.
Really? Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks, Katie.
welcome. All right, I'm
Sorry
gonna
about
start.
that, Jacob. Sorry.
And since this is me, I'll shut myself up when I see 30 seconds. Okay, this was taken at a botanical garden in Gainesville, Florida. I honestly don't have any idea what it is. I think it was on a palm tree, but I kept pulling out my little color chart while I was there and walking around the garden, trying to get complementary colors. And this I came up with of purple and yellow. And that's my explanation.
Nice.
I think it's an alien.
And the detail on it is pretty cool.
Yes, it is.
If you zoom in on it and look at some of the detail inside the flower, it's awesome.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know what it is. So any guesses?
Nope.
Topic from the show, I would have just zoomed.
I would guess that it's some kind of an orchid.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Just a swag.
It was on it's big. It's probably 9-10 inches big. I mean, it's big. Yeah.
So I like all the leading lines. I think that the complementary colors kind of get lost with so much going on. Like my attention wasn't immediately drawn to like, oh, the subject of this is complementary colors. Because it's just, maybe if it was like a little bit darker in the background, like I wish.
Oh, okay. Yep.
See in
Yep.
the center where it's pretty bright, if that was maybe a little bit darker so that your eye isn't like,
Just
Zoom
crop
kind
it
of-
in and tighten it up so you got just the complementary colors.
it could be that, or like just darkening the background so it wasn't taking away from that complementary color. Either
Okay.
way, I think would work.
Yeah, I didn't even think about darkening the background.
And I bet you it would make your image really pop.
Yep. And would you get rid of some of the green around it?
I think if you, Jared, you want to try it? I mean, Jacob, why do I do that to you all the time?
Chris Moore
it's
says
pink.
it's a pink lady slipper. Yeah.
Like if you went under masking
No.
and then select.
Not what
invert.
we have up here for ladies.
Yeah.
All right. So what am I doing, Monique?
If you go to masking and then select subject,
And then, yeah, or do background. You can do
Mhm.
background too.
now do invert up in the top
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yep.
And so
And then if
on.
you,
Yeah.
and then if you just decrease that exposure a little bit, See how
Yeah.
it kind of pops a little bit more? I mean,
Yep.
that's big in the draft. If we could have reduced how much that, or you may could have done like a linear gradient behind it. But
Yeah.
it just makes it kind of like, now you can see your flower is the
Yep.
most important part.
Yep. Now, would you get rid of some of the green too that's on it, around it? Some of the, I don't know, as I said, I think it was a palm tree, but
I'd
I really
crop
like the leading line, so I
I wouldn't get rid of any of the green. I'd get rid of the brown in the little dead part of the plant if I could.
I did that and I actually went back to showing it. But yeah, I did get rid of some of the dead. Orange.
so I think he's trying to lighten it up a little bit.
Jacob, you can do the same thing by just putting a mask over that and then selecting the color and then desaturating it.
Brush.
Yeah, you could do that. Just brush over it.
Ooh, how do you do that thing?
I know.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
You got to do a new one. You have to do a new, there you go.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've used Lightroom for anything, so.
Yeah, I don't know why your keeps going black like that, but
Is it still, does he still have it? I don't know.
no, he's got it his overlay mode. See your
Yeah,
overlay
that's
mode in
what
the
I was
bottom
thinking.
left corner.
Yep.
Change that to no, I don't know. Are you in Lightroom? Oh.
Yeah,
Either
so
way. All right. How are we doing on
Paint-
time, Lisa?
paint
we
right over
still,
that
yeah,
and
we
then
still have 17 seconds. So
Okay.
would you get rid of the dead altogether? Or just crop it out? I mean, crop it up a little bit and make it smaller. As I said, I got rid of some of it and decided to keep it in.
I would try and use a tool to get rid of it. Because I think your leading lines are really nice.
That would be my 5 minutes.
Good job, Lisa.
Well,
I like
thanks. I'll play with it a little bit more. As I said, it wasn't really what I wanted, but I didn't have time to go through my Disney one, so.
It's beautiful.
It is, I wish I knew what it was, but I don't.
Very cool.
All right. Next up, we have. Who's this? This was.
That's me.
That's you.
This one's me. This is Portland, Maine. We went and stayed at Airbnb, super ridiculously quirky, like crazy quirky.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, complementary colors. So this is what I came up with. Nothing that I would typically take a photograph of.
Said, let me get out my little color chart. But I reference that quite often.
So complementary colors don't have to be exactly air frost. Remember, Emily talked about that in the presentation, which we can still look at them. I think there's, I feel like I intentionally put tension into the image, having that point coming directly at you with the supposed to cause tension.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I like the point coming at you, but would you crop it just a little bit so you don't have the line on the right?
Yep. Crop that in so that yeah, because the lines aren't all straight.
What is going
So
on?
I think it's because your file, yeah, I think it's not connecting to your file.
Nope. Come on.
So just be thinking.
Are you
Did you
accessing
rename
the
it
same place
after
you
you-
saved them?
What?
I said, are you
Did-
accessing the same place that you saved the photos to?
Yeah.
Did you rename it after you imported it?
Nope.
There it is.
That's still mine though. Wait a minute, let's shut,
I'm
I'm
just
gonna
need
shut
to-
Monique off.
Yeah,
Hey,
you're
I'm back up
stuck
and
with the
running.
preview for now.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't have to do any editing. But yes, I did contemplate getting rid of those lines.
I think the best thing you could have done with this is moved your camera.
Okay. Tell me more.
Like if you had shifted your camera one closer to the left,
Yep.
and framed it so that imagine that the orange pot in the black with the tall green,
Yep.
have that filling like the entire left half of your frame with half of the blue bowl jutting in from the other half.
Okay. Okay. So kind of.
And the orange background.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Just looking straight on
Oh, yeah.
from left of where that's at.
I took a lot of pictures. This is what I did. If there probably was something straight on. This is actually towards, so you can see the pot that's white. It's actually like, it's still on the mantle, but that orange wall is a different room.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really bizarre places.
So I think it's cool if you look down below to the left corner, it looks like brick in more orange.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just adds to it.
Cool, nice colors.
I think the only thing that that I see is you've got complementary colors would be two colors, and you've got the brilliant blue, you've got the red/orange, and then you've got the bright green. So in terms of complementary colors, it's like you've got three instead of two.
So complementary colors can be more than two. There's tertiary complementary.
Would that include the blue, the orange, red, and the green?
I think so.
Okay.
Color is, the kind of thing you can play with a lot. And if it doesn't have to be, an exact across the circle or, an exact split. You can shift things around a little bit as you need. Because the overall hue where the complementary comes in.
But the colors are definitely the brilliant, bright, strong colors. They're good.
I appreciate the feedback. So thank you.
You want to keep going where we lost a little bit of time in that?
No, we're good.
Okay.
I like it. I think it's very beautiful.
Thank you.
Good job, Monique.
Not my normal.
Marvelous.
All right. So next up, we're gonna skip one because that's Elaine's and she has to be last. So next up we have Mr. Kramer.
Wow, that's small.
Blue and brown. Yep.
Nice.
I tried to get this
brown.
closer to golden brown, or orange and brown. Or sorry,
Okay,
orange and
say
blue.
so.
Orange and blue, sorry. Yeah, I had an idea for a photo that I wanted to do, and the stuff that I needed arrived just in time for a big old storm, so I couldn't go out and do it. And then other excuses happened.
Then that
but I
is
got
30,
out.
that is 30 seconds, but you can keep going.
Okay. But yeah, I took some of that equipment and went out and found this instead. And if anyone can tell me what the trick is, I'll give you $1.
Trick for what?
Trick. Okay, back out a little bit here. I'll move my thing. A trick. There's a trick.
Trick.
Did you do a trick in the background?
Yes.
Oh, I'm close.
Is it a piece of paper behind it?
Sky replacement,
Close.
maybe?
It's a mirror
Oh, cool.
reflecting
Oh,
reflecting the blue sky.
Wow.
Because
neat.
otherwise you'd see like my driveway.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's nice.
Neat. I like the picture. I'm doing a lot of moving around.
It's almost spooky.
Hmm.
Yeah, I like it because it's a lot of weird leading lines.
Yep.
Mhm.
Um,
And they're all
and
in
it does
character.
kind of invoke the Blair Witch sort of
Yeah.
thing.
Lots of triangles, groups of three.
I really like the composition and I like the balance of the twig in the bottom left and the negative space in the top right.
Thank you.
It's way over my head, but I like it.
Well, and I know that this was sort of incidental and not necessarily a creative decision, but I love how the branches have what appear to be some small buds on them that are also covered in ice. Like that is just so quintessential New England,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, just blink.
along with the ice up against the bright blue sky.
Frozen alive.
So was this actually on a bush?
Yeah, this is on the big bush in front of our house.
Yep. Okay. I was gonna say, it didn't look like you could place it that way because they're fused in ice.
Yeah, the thing needs a big trim.
That's that's something that you could hang on the wall and ask people to tell you what they interpret it as.
Yeah, I didn't, I was looking out later in the afternoon that day and the ice was, when the sun was hitting it and all the different prisms that were coming off of it, it was so pretty.
Mhm.
Felt the only thing that was good about that storm was it was pretty.
It just since there's a little more time left. So what I did was you've probably a lot of you have probably seen those. I think they're CR or LF reflectors that are getting, all the attention these days, the diffusers and whatnot they're a big square panel. They come in different level of diffusion. I basically built my own with a 12-inch by 16-inch acrylic mirror, some sticky pads, a chunk of wood, and a wall mount baby pin that I can stick in my C stand. So I
Cool.
basically place that thing wherever I want it. Reflect light off of it, reflect other things. Yeah.
Neat.
Well done, Ben.
You'll have to bring that in and show us.
I'll post a picture behind the scenes in the group.
Cool.
Yep, that's the timer.
Good job, Ben.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
Very
Thank you.
clever.
Alrighty, next up we have Mr. Reed Cooper.
Ooh.
This was a shot taken at a Sony event down in Peabody. This was a gymnast, contortionist, whatever, that was there to do some action shots, but she was taking a break. And I like the colors behind her and reflecting off of her costume. The windows were very bright white, and I went in and tried to put a yellow and green them a little bit to bring to take the white out of it and add a little color. So I call it contemplation, but that's basically what we've got.
30 seconds.
Done.
Done. Nicely done.
It looks painterly.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
looks like a painter.
very soft.
You can
Yeah,
feel the
you'd think
story.
that, can you hear me? You'd think those windows, the brightness would be a distraction, but it really draws you to her and the light.
Yeah, they were much brighter in the initial shot, and I had to tone them down a bit.
Yeah, it works.
So I'm drawn to the yellow down her middle, and then it goes to her left hand, all the way to her heel, and then you still have yellow on her foot. I'm just following it. That is awesome.
Thank you. I tried to make it a complementary color. Again, like I said, I'm somewhat colorblind, but I tried.
It's gorgeous.
It is, and what's behind her kind of shows up on her tiara too.
Right. Well, there was a lot of speed lights pointing at that backdrop and going all over the place. And I had to go down and tone down some of it to get what I wanted out of it. But I was pretty pleased with it in the end.
So those are the actual natural colors you then like bring out stuff like the yellow that's just like what you shot.
Yeah, well, the yellows and the green or yellows that you see in the windowsills were all added.
Okay.
It was basically natural light that was coming in. I had to back it off a little bit, back off the clarity, make it a little softer to get what I wanted out of it.
I like it.
I like it. The only thing I would suggest is the little grommet at the very top. Just crop that out.
Oh yeah.
The
Yep.
little grommet where?
Right on the corner of the.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah, that's holding
Yep.
up the canvas. It's the backdrop. Yeah. Good
Right.
point.
Just that one little bit. That's all. Other than that,
Okay.
love it.
Thank you.
That's a hanger.
Thank you.
Anything else for Reed?
Good job.
Well
Thank you.
done, Reed.
I'm way below you.
And next up, we have Bridget's.
Hi. I used a light box and some D20s and D12s I have on hand and was trying to use the whole sets, but wasn't coming out the way I wanted it to. So I just did this like a flower bursting open.
Cool.
I think she wants a light box for Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good control over your light.
Have to sit on Santa's knee for that one.
Yeah.
What's it sitting on? Is that just some
Black
sapwood?
Acrylic.
black acrylic.
Yeah, it's very reflective.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued by the variation of a couple of the pieces are opaque and some are translucent, and they have all kinds of textures. Some of the blue ones, either they got some kind of speckle thing or they're really well used compared to the yellow ones in the middle that look like they're fresh out of the box. I just like the interplay of the different textures and feel of the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some have triangles and some have pentagrams and.
Yeah, a lot of my dice, I tend to go for the ones that have a lot of sparkles in them, or the clear. I don't usually go for more of the solids, but some of the solids I have do work out pretty well with what I did for this picture.
Cool.
I think it was
looking
good.
because I see like in the center 12, 9, 8 look pretty sharp, which is interesting because to the left and the right it's not quite as sharp. What are you using for a lens? Do you know?
It was a 200 mil. No, it was
my macro lens.
Yeah, month's macro lens on the Nikon 7200.
She's only been using the camera for 3
Yeah.
weeks, a month.
It's just interesting how it where your focus is and where it's not. It's interesting. I just keep like getting closer to my screen and I'm like, am I seeing it correctly? It's just not expected, and that's not a problem. It's just I'm like, how did that happen? And I was thinking there maybe was compression.
I was actually focusing on the space in between everything, so I could try and get everything into focus. And it actually ended up focusing more on the 9.
Okay. I'm so glad I asked the question then, because that makes way more sense.
Yeah.
So yes. Okay. So then then it starts to fall. Okay. Yep. I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, the focal plane's very narrow on those macro lenses.
Your reflections are nice and sharp.
Yeah. And depending on the aperture you use, you may run into issues with focus being degraded as you move out from the center.
So did you just put a black background with these pieces on it in the light box, and that's what you shot? Is that it? Yes.
I was using 2 black acrylics. Black acrylic on the bottom, black acrylic on the left to redirect the light, because the light from the top of the light box was not making it work the way I wanted it to.
Cool.
I think she does better at photography than I do now.
I doubt that.
Taking after her father.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Anybody have anything else you want to add?
The colors are fun.
Yes.
Excellent subject matter.
Thank you.
So
Did you place them down, or are they propped? Like, I know the yellow one is standing up higher.
It was the angle of the camera. They're all on the same level.
No, she asked
Really?
to place them or not.
Yeah, so the placement was pretty much like the color wheel. And I was trying to do it, the angling the camera, so I could get everything in to show it all the numbers.
So they're all laying flat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's an optical illusion.
Yeah, because I thought the yellow ones were propped up on something.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That was 5 minutes.
Good
Thank
job.
you very much.
Good job.
You're welcome.
All right, next up we have Beth.
Oh,
Beth.
Just, I actually use silicone cupcake holders, and I probably took 30-40 pictures, and this was the best one, and it just looked like the lights from the top of the light box were attaching them together. So they're stacked one on each other, so there's 2 in each pile, but their complementary colors are opposite each other, top and bottom.
Cool.
Very cool.
That's 30 seconds.
That's a nice trick. I like it.
so what's the light box in between the cupcake holders?
The light box, there's a circle of lights overhead in the light box,
Okay.
and you can put them at different light levels, different lighter or darker, I guess. And I tried everything, and I wanted to get not the lights in it, but then it turned out that the lights are in it. I
So
did
like if you look at the blue one and then you see red, is that on top of another one?
the whole top ones you see have one underneath.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yep. So the ones on the top, I actually doubled them. So you have a better edge.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was good or not, but that's what I did.
It made a different dimension. I mean, because it's thicker.
Well, that's my brain, different dimension.
I like your take on it. Like, it was
Thank you.
very creative.
I couldn't figure out how to send mine. Mine was material. I think it was purple and blue.
Oh, cool.
I couldn't
We
figure out how
can,
to
we can
send.
show you, at our next meeting, we can show you how to email them on over.
I did it the first time with my with the blocks, but this time I couldn't figure it out.
Well, that's
I
okay.
love this one.
I couldn't figure out how
I
to get
love-
on Zoom.
Took me a few tries too. I love how you have the complementary colors all going across from each other, but also being one on top of the other.
Yep,
That's a nice touch.
it's like opposite.
The only thing that I would suggest would be to, if possible, try and straighten the photo out a little so that the yellow and the purple cups are a little more straight up and down, just so you could crop out that extra whatever is up at the top,
Yep,
up above the yellow cup,
That's the-
just because
Yep.
that's slightly distracting.
that's the back of the light box.
Yeah.
And I didn't, Bridget, we did Bridget's before we did mine.
Yeah.
And I didn't even think to try to do the other piece of black silicone black acrylic that I have, which would have changed it. So I'll probably buy more. Just so I have enough to do the whole 3 sides inside. Which will give it a whole
Get
different.
black fabric too. You might want to consider like some of those specks in the center, to kind of clean those up with a healing tool. And then I would suggest, if you want to put your name on your images, that they're in a discrete spot in the lower corner. You're immediately, I went and read your name versus looking at your picture. So you want to kind of make that the least and more, you don't want that to be your subject. Your amazing creation is your subject.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
So the white dots is that light you were talking about?
Those
Is
are
that a
the lights.
reflection?
Those are the
Reflection?
lights, not the ones around my name. You don't want to know how many times we kept wiping it off with lens cloth.
Yeah.
And it's just everything goes to it. So there's,
The one that's in between the cupcake things.
yep, that's from the light box.
Okay, okay,
Those are the actual lights. There's a whole ring of them.
okay.
Marianne, can you see behind me that white thing with a bunch of cord? Can you
The
see that?
white, yes.
That's a light box. So I can make it have 3 sides and a top, and then I can have lighting coming around it to soften it. That's what she means when she's saying a light box. Her lights
Okay.
were above that, reflecting onto the surface.
Okay,
Yep,
thank you.
You're welcome.
thank you.
30 seconds.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, 5 minutes, whatever it is.
Ah, time. Time.
It's time. 30 seconds is your,
Nice job.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Next up, we have
Ooh,
Cool.
oh no,
Ooh.
that's creative. There we go.
Asparagus and a tomato.
Still gotta zoom out a little more. It's
Whose is it?
Mine.
this is
There you go.
Dan's.
cool.
So this is the photographic version of Chopped. What's in the kitchen? I need colors. Cherry tomatoes and fresh asparagus. How do I put it together to make it look good? I'm amazed at what I got in the amount of time that I had to put it together. I would like to. I have a light box. Why didn't I try putting this in the light box? That I could have put.
That's 30 seconds. So,
Get him,
Keep
Lisa.
going. Keep going.
I
well,
wanted
you guys are telling me to say, so I am.
I wanted a little more depth of field. I wanted a little more control. This is an on-camera flash with a what do you call the things that clip on with the magnets?
Magmod diffuser.
Magmod with a mushroom shaped Magmod. I had to even out the light with a linear gradient in Lightroom because it was a little hot on the left, and I'm not fond of the hot spot in the middle of the tomato, but anyhow. So I'm going to play more with this idea.
Good luck not getting a hot spot on a tomato.
Guy can dream.
I think it would look flat if you didn't have a light spot.
Yeah.
You're right.
I like it.
How would you feel about turning the asparagus so it's a little more in line with the grain of the table?
Yeah, that was
A thought.
a thought. Yeah.
A thought.
Afterwards.
That is a good thought. Although I think if you follow the lines of the asparagus, they are in line with the grain out of frame. But I like what the curves are doing with the asparagus. The two on top going one way and that bottom one going a completely different direction.
It's putting its arm around the tomato.
Yeah, there you go.
How would you feel about moving the tomato down just a little more to the left and the asparagus more to the center to kind of get everything out of the center a little more?
Yeah, I could play with that.
I mean, it's a thought. It's a great shot as it is. I was just thinking about, the rule of thirds and moving that tomato down just a little bit more to get it down onto that lower left quadrant.
Yeah, I struggle with placing things. I'm used to thinking in a 35 millimeter frame, and going square, going other shapes. I'm still working that out.
That's beautiful composition. I love it.
Thank you.
Same.
That would be nice in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Could you see that on tiles? Tiles. There would be beautiful tiles in the kitchen.
Dan, did you consider putting a vignette around it to kind of
usually
a tiny bit?
My default setting is to put a let's see, go down to what is the effects. I put that at about 20, sometimes a little higher.
Kind of just brings the attention a little bit more in.
Yeah.
You do it before and after.
That's what I get for rushing.
That's okay.
This brings to mind the photo I was thinking of taking that I didn't submit. So I was trying to think of the primary colors, and I was going to use an orange and some orange segments and some blueberries. But you did it with the tomato and asparagus. It's very cool. Maybe I'll do the blueberry thing in orange sometime.
Blueberries are expensive these days.
Well, they eat out of season, yeah.
Everything's
frozen blueberry. Frozen
Very nice composition. Colors great.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Very good, Dean. Very good.
Yeah.
Now I want to eat some asparagus.
Yeah, that was dinner.
That was dinner.
Very
We just had cheese and crackers. Asparagus would have been healthier.
Asparagus and cheese.
That's 5 minutes.
Thank you all.
Nice job, Dan.
Oh,
Good job.
And we're to our final one already.
No, we still got
No,
we
we
still
said-
got one more after
Oh, yeah,
this
we
one.
have to go back one. You're right.
Yep.
You're right. Good remembering.
Kitten.
Hey, that looks like my Carl.
This is Amanda's cat.
Wow.
Hopefully it's Amanda's cat and some strangers.
Yeah, bold of you to assume I didn't just break into someone's house and take a picture of their cat.
Right?
Okay, so this will be my quickest description ever. I have blue sheets and orange cats. There we go, complementary colors.
Cool.
And you really didn't break into someone's house and spray paint their cat, huh?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Now, did you prop that, put the sheets down and throw the cat on them?
No. No, in fact, I had actually taken some of the blue fabric that I brought to the workshop and laid it on my table and very sternly told my cats not to lay on it, figuring being cats, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
They chose this one occasion to listen to me, but it just so happens that I had blue sheets on my bed and they like to lay there. So Cinnamon was gracious enough to let me have a little
Pose.
mini photo shoot with him.
Yeah, cute. I like the way the paws are crossed.
He does that all the time. He's very photogenic.
Yeah.
What color is eyes?
Green.
Yeah, they're greenish.
Are they green?
Oh, yeah.
How did you light this? I'm seeing my eyes I'm confused. It looks like there's incandescent light on his bib under his chin and very bright white light on his ears, or is that just the natural coloring of the cat, or two light sources, or is there a fire in a fireplace in front of it?
No, multiple light sources.
If you look at
So
the
I
catch
have
lights in his eyes, you can see the two different colors of the light sources as well.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
I have
yeah, it's-
go ahead.
More bluer on the right eye, isn't it? And greener on the left. That's what I see.
So if you blow up the eyes, can you see you in it?
No, I
Nope,
can't
not.
get. Oh,
Lights.
oh, yeah. 3 of them.
Yeah, yeah. And that's just lights, right?
Folder.
We have lights in our houses.
Look at the eyebrows when you blow it up. That's wicked cool. Sexy cat.
I'll tell him you said that.
That's cool.
It's cutie.
So now I'm kind of wishing that I had removed the light reflections out of his eyes. I got to be honest. I'm so used to seeing it because he's always laying on the bed with me at night that I didn't really think anything of it from a photography perspective.
I wouldn't move him.
I wouldn't either because it looks to me like it gives extra depth to his eyes.
Cool shot.
Who's that?
I like it.
Who's that? Did you have
Yeah, I wouldn't remove the catch lights. I'd leave them right there.
It's gonna attack the screen.
Yeah.
I think you did a good job.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yep.
Yeah, not a whole lot to say about this one, but
It
was this
speaks
or
for
a blue plate
itself.
with oranges.
It looks
It
like a
speaks-
centerfold in Glamour Cat magazine.
Yeah.
I can't believe he just stayed there and let you take his picture.
It's a minimalist picture.
Mhm.
The picture speaks for itself,
Wow.
especially if you're a cat lover like I am.
Well, I love the whole idea captivates me. I mean, the cat really is orange, and cats have been always in my life. I don't know one now, and we'll never have another one, but I never would have thought of putting a cat and using the cat for a complementary color. This is I love the concept and the effect.
You use what you got, right?
Yeah, well,
Right.
Like vegetables.
Like vegetables.
Yeah.
I mean, if we did a black and white challenge, I got one of each for the cats. So
There you go.
There you go. It's been some time since I think we've done black and white.
Yeah,
Maybe
mine's
that's what
camo.
Time is
My
do
cat's
the cat-
camo. You won't be able to see it.
Bijou.
do
Or
our
20.
animals.
And that
Anything else
is
for
30,
Amanda?
that is 30 seconds.
Or 5 minutes.
So
I
that's
mean,
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Or
I don't
5
know why I
minutes.
keep saying 30
Time.
seconds.
It's all
Stop,
right. It's
Donna.
all right.
Time.
It's time.
Mhm.
Fine. Sit.
Our last image of the night.
Can you sit?
This is
I'm excited for this one.
Is she on? No.
Oh.
Wow.
Ooh, that's
Cool.
neat.
Fabric?
Oh no, it's oil and water.
No, you know what? It's
Is she
that
on?
oil and water. Is it the oil and water? Remember we did that, Monique?
We did with Gordon, yeah. Is she
Yeah,
on?
and we did it
Yeah.
with Tanya too. Pat, you were there for that one, correct?
We did it in Tanya's studio, yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, I was
That's
there for one
awesome.
of them. I had some trouble.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I
with
think that's what this is the oil and water.
Yeah, it came out really nice.
Yeah, it's very cool. That was such a fun workshop.
So
Yeah.
you're using 2 different pieces of paper underneath a tray of water, and then
Yeah, I
you
don't know. Yeah,
stir up some oil, and it creates those bubbles. It's macro photography for sure,
yeah.
or close up.
That was so much fun when we did that.
I want to do that.
We could do one of those.
We could do another one of those for sure.
Yeah, we could. I mean, that's so easy to do that we could do that. Yeah.
I like that better than dropping water, doing water drops. Water drops are,
Oh, come on. I love Reed's water drops. Bring them on.
Great, though. This is a great picture. Great piece of compliment.
I love it.
yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Love it.
Big blue on the left.
The reason I said fabric, this looks like it has a square or fabric background in it around the red. Or maybe it's just my monitor. It just looks like it's.
Yeah, I'm getting that effect also, Reed.
I believe that's just a video compression issue with the Zoom.
Okay.
So
yeah,
this
it looks
actually
like
just
there's a
oil
little
and
bit of a
water
grid
with
pattern.
air bubbles.
They're oil.
They would
It's
be
oil. Yeah.
oil
It's
bubbles.
oil, yeah.
Very cool.
What
I
did
like
you
that.
use to get the colors though? What was the process?
So what we did when we did it, if this is done the same way, is we use like, say, a 13x9 pan, glass pan, and you put the paper underneath it. Right, Monique? Am I thinking this
Yep.
correctly?
No,
Yeah,
you're great.
you put a 13x9 pan, you put water in it, and then you put the drops of oil in it, and you have the different colored paper is underneath, like on top of a table. And
Oh,
the
okay.
13x9 pan is on suspended above it, and
Oh, so it's a glass pan?
Glass pan.
yeah, yep, that's what we used was glass. Yep.
So how did
If
it
you can
bring
see mine.
the
we just
blue
use a
on the
tray.
right side?
Probably had 2 different colors of paper underneath it. That would be
Well,
my guess. I
the
can
oil
go
bubble-
back and look at some of my pictures and put some of them up if I can find them. But
The
we
oil
had like,
bubbles are attached to the blue, so there may have been something in the water. Maybe it was a different
Yeah.
oil or something different, because the red bubbles are attached to that shape. So it
Yeah.
wouldn't be from the paper below.
is it a reflection?
It is a reflection from the paper below.
Yay.
It's just typically how that works. And then if you change the paper, you can have like iridescent, and no matter if you shift where the paper is, this is probably 2 pieces of paper, a blue next to an orange, or maybe
Yeah.
a kitty corner.
because we were using like silver metallic paper underneath it that had prisms. So it was all coming through. I mean, they literally look like planets. I'm
Mhm.
looking through my pictures now to see if I can find any, and I'll put some on the Facebook page if I'm sure I can find them if I look hard enough. But
I know where mine are too. I'll try and see if I can pull them up.
yeah, it was just a lot of fun to do it, and
We're
I
gonna
bet you I
was
have
it-
some behind the scenes.
yeah, it was oil or glycerin or something. Wasn't there glycerin in it too?
I think that was
That
like a
could be.
milk.
There were
That was
different combinations of things.
Yeah, that we did. Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very
it was
cool.
fun.
Good job.
I like it.
It's amazing.
That's another hanger.
It sure is.
And she's not on to,
I know. Bummer.
Well, you tell her we loved it.
yeah.
Well, hopefully she watches it.
I'm
All
impressed.
right. Well, that wraps up another amazing critique. I did tell you I would reveal what the challenge for next month is, and we'll get a flyer out to you as soon as we can. But the challenge is reflections.
Oh God.
April showers bring May flowers. So April reflections, we thought maybe puddles, or we even saw reflections tonight with the light boxes. So something to consider. You've got a couple ideas now, and we'll get a flyer out to you with some additional suggestions of things to do. Does anybody else have anything they want to add for tonight?
Monique, you said what was the winter show is going to be leading lines, right?
Correct.
And the summer show is motion?
Correct.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You can start shooting either one. Now you can start digging through your archives and say, well, I have this really great thing for motion or a great thing for leading lines. The show topic is not restricted on when you took the photograph.
Right.
Oh, cool.
It's can be something that's 10 years old, 20 years old, whatever, if you have it.
That's right.
50 years old.
Yep, can be that too.
Yep.
68.
That'd be great.
Rick Mortis.
All right, folks, this could be I think our shortest critique we've had in a little bit, but that's okay. Hopefully we'll get some more people to participate in reflections. But it was nice to have all of you take a risk and submit your work tonight and provide feedback for each other. And that's how we grow as photographers. So
April showers bring May flowers.
Yes, but it's not, that's not the theme. Our theme
And
is
dirty cars.
And what do May
Dirty
flowers?
cars.
What do May flowers bring?
June brides.
Pilgrims.
Pilgrims.
Huh?
Allergies.
We don't want April showers on the 8th. That's the
No.
only.
Yeah.
Has anybody?
Huh? What? May flowers bring pilgrims.
Right.
I've
Speaking
spent the
of
money on the lens and the glasses, so it's guaranteed to be cloudy.
April 8th, has
Hey, boy.
anybody else looked at what's your favorite weather oracle? Because I use AccuWeather and it showed 95% cloud cover in my local preferred destinations for eclipse watching.
That's just April. Windy. Windy is a good app.
Windy, okay.
Yep. You can see clouds, you can see waves, you can temperature, all kinds of stuff in that.
But will it give you a long range forecast?
10 days.
10 days, okay, because
Yeah,
AccuWeather has almost all of New England with serious cloud cover. Wish I'd
Yeah,
booked a
the
flight to
last
Texas.
17 years, more than 80% of the time it's been cloudy on that date. So the chances are small, and the fact that I've spent the money already on that stuff even increases them. So
It's the same as Northern Lights. Every time the Northern Lights flare up, it's clouded over or it's raining.
Yeah, what
You
did
guys
they
are really
gave a
making me-
percentage of up north, what the percentage of sunny days versus cloudy days. And I don't know how many years, but it was pretty high towards the cloud side of it.
yeah, we're planning on going up to northern Vermont, and it's about the same. But there's other things to shoot. If it's cloudy, we'll find something else to shoot.
You'll find a lot of sad photographers with their, thousands of dollars of new equipment.
Yeah, one of the things I thought was interesting in the video that Scott posted, they were talking about how the temperature dropped significantly during the total. I was not planning on that at all.
20 degrees, I think it was.
Yeah, he said 20 degrees, but that was
Really? During
Yep.
when the eclipse is going on, it drops that much?
Yeah,
During totality.
at least in the total
Yeah.
area. I don't know about the other areas.
Huh. I know they bought us all glasses at work so we can go stand outside and watch.
Cool.
Yeah, so.
Happy
All
to-
right, folks. We will see you the 10th in real life for New Hampshire Sports Photography.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good evening.
Good
Thank
night.
you, everyone.
all.
Thank you.
Good night,
Thank you very
all.
much, everyone.
Hi, Scott.
Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night, everybody.
Night.